Hello. Andy. Hello. What's going on here? Nothing. It's just a rabbit leisurely eating grapes in its burrow. What do you mean what's going on here? That's all that's going on. Hello. Lurky Burky. Okay. Hello, hello. Well, I'm glad you're lurking. Let me be your sleep aid for tonight. Yes, oh, so many hellos. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the pets. Thank you. Yeah, see what happens when you travel so much? You forget about, you lost track of all the things that your friends are doing. Andy, you shouldn't travel so much. But yes, I restarted streaming again on Friday. Uh, this is the third stream since I restarted it. And I've been playing a dating game. A dating sim or whatever. How have you been? Where have you traveled? Okay, let's see. Do, 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 do. Ah, okay, this was a work thing. Oh yes, your amazing pickup lines. How can I not want them? Or need them or whatever. Of course, of course. Your amazing pickup lines. What would I do without those? Oh, give me a second. I just realized I forgot to do something. Where's my PNG? Okay. Here I am. Hehe. I am back. I am here. There you go. But yes, I do need your amazing pickup lines. What else could I do without them? Use them on my PNG, come on. But yeah, how was Switzerland? Was it like as horrible as the last place you've been to with work? Or better said, was the food as disgusting as last time? Because I do remember you showing me some very disgusting food. It was here, and I had to make that choice. Who do I follow? Okay, there you go. I'm getting right into it because why the fuck not? It's already late in so many places. But yeah. I said I wanna go with Vere if I'm not wrong. But I keep Ver for later. I keep Ver for later. I'm gonna go with Ace first, and then I'll see what Ver has to say. Oh, that's good. That's good. At least now we know in Switzerland people are nice. That's good to know. Okay. Let's see what Ace has to say. We're going after him outside because I know he's outside beating the shit out of that motherfucker. Okay. Morbid curiosity draws me after Ace. I slink out the back of the wet wig. Okay, let's see what happens. Maybe you're 11, but it's my midnight. So that's kind of like the hours I go to because I have a lot of people from across the ocean that are following my streams. So I want them to be as okay as possible for these kind of people. Oh, look, it's RB. Hi, RB. I chose Ace right now because I thought you're gonna be late, but it's okay. Yeah, meeting nice people with normal money. That's us, bro. Come here. We're gonna be the nice people with normal money. Okay. The alley is dead silent. Not really what I expected from a fight. A dull crunch reaches my ears, then a thud. I peer around the corner of the building, careful to keep hidden. Dark glistening red coats the ground, spidering down shallow ridges in the cobblestone. It guides my eye to a collapsed body across from me. Once so violent, the lowlife is now little more than a sack of crumpled flesh blotted with mud. Ace exhales, his breath misting against the cold air. Blood flecks his knuckles as he looms over the motionless man. Oh, bro, yeah, if you can visit us, more than happy. More than happy to. We will be so happy to have you here. Fear spreads like ice in my bones. Moments ago he was joking and friendly with the others, but now... Ace crimson eyes find me in the dark. Not running, Sparrow? I wearily rise to my feet, moonlight illuminating my face. I thought I was out of sight. Got eyes in the back of my head. Ooh. Ace steps off the man. My eyes stay locked on the body. It's wet with layers of blood and grime and completely still. He's alive. Are you sure? Calling me a killer or a liar? I mean... I think I'm gonna go with liar. Liar, which I guess would make you a killer too. In that case, he's dead. I squint and Ace smirks back. Motherfucker. I'm gonna really be doing some enemies to lovers with this motherfucker. Don't believe me? To be honest, it's hard to believe anything coming out of your mouth. I'm a liar after all. Ace tries to rub his reddened knuckles clean, but ends up smearing the blood around more. I keep making bad impressions on you. I didn't know you cared about my opinion. Just prefer you didn't piss yourself when we talk. Ah! Bitch. I mean, yeah, to be honest, he's one of the best ones, enemies to lovers. Annoyance bubbles in my chest. I honestly prefer strangers to lovers too. But I'm not pissing myself even with your bad impressions. Like the first time we met, Ace chips away at my fear, replacing it with irritation instead. He kneels beside the lowlife and frisks him. I can help but wonder if the crime was worth the punishment, but I hold my tongue. Deftly, Ace's hands search through the man's pockets. It doesn't take him long to find his prize, a cigarette and matchbox. He strikes a match and sparks illuminate his angular features with a golden glow. It's distracting for a moment, but my gaze inevitably drops back to the muddy body. Muddy body. You're just gonna leave him there? Ace draws deep from the cigarette. He exhales heavily, smoke curling past his lips. I breathe in a sweet spice scent. As his tension melts away, he looks at me with a cool, lidded eye. Should I give him a blanket? uh, Unbothered by the maybe corpse, he takes a seat on the crate opposite the bar. I stand awkwardly, forgetting why I came out here in the first place. An unpleasant silence stretches between us. Weather's nice. Cold, murky, and humid, he mints. I want to believe he's teasing me, but for all I know, this is pleasant for Iridia. Was Princess good company? Who? He takes another long drag. His metal rings catch the light of the cigarette in a flash of red. The soulless who escorted you back. You name it Princess. Jealous? No! I don't even like this pet name. I return his smile. You have no idea. I think your nickname is more fitting. Oh. Sparrow? Not sure where Ace got it from. Maybe I should tell him to call me by my name, but it's kind of nice. Not that I'd ever tell him that. Before I can dissect my feelings, I quickly change the subject back to the soulless. Yeah, we're doing enemies to lovers. I'm gonna be a bitch. Surprised I survived, half expected to maul me. She's well trained, food motivated type. Won't bite unless she's hungry. Sounds about right. The idea of tame soulless is still so outlandish to me. I was attacked by a mindless, bloodthirsty beast and he's talking about them like they're pets. But it's possible because of the sea spring. The usual, yeah. I need to get the answers he wouldn't give me before. I carefully take a seat beside him on the crate, contemplating my strategy. Ace doesn't seem to mind. He closes his eyes, tilts his head back against the wall, relaxed. Without the pressure of his intense gaze, I feel myself ease up, as long as I keep my attention away from the bloody heap across from us. I glance over at Ace and let my eyes linger. A sea glass colored tattoo spirals up his arm, painting over grooves of muscle. Silver jewelry glints in the moonlight, drawing my eyes to his bare chest, rough hands, carved jaw. Why do I look at him like this? His ears, his horns, his pupils. Everything about Ace is sharp, even the fangs that only show when he grins. But my attention is drawn back to the tattoo. Something about it feels unnatural, as if the tendrils move when I'm not looking. What's your verdict? I whip my head in the opposite direction. What verdict? Got a long good look. Are you impressed or do I need work? Oh, he's such a bitch. He's such a bitch. My face grows hot. You're annoying. He responds with a low chuckle, draped in smoke. Didn't stop you from staring. Bitch, as I said. Bitch. My embarrassment spikes. Without thinking, I blurt out a new topic. I have questions about the sea spring. Boredom eclipses his amusement in an instant, and he closes his eyes again. Of course you do. I thought I made myself clear about what you'd be giving up. Yeah, before you kicked me out to go drinking, I still need to know more. My turn for a question. It sounds more like an order. I bristle under his narrowed gaze. Fine. He takes a long pull from his cigarette and lets the smoke trail slowly from his nose. Your curse. What about it? This song and dance is all too familiar. The selfish questions come first. What does it do? It is painful. Can you control it? I brace myself for the inevitable onslaught. Is the thought of living with it really so unbearable? My dread dies with his words. No one has ever asked me that before. You've survived this long, unless you're running out of time. I'd wonder if it's really worth the sacrifice. He flicks the cigarette aside and props his head on blood-smeared knuckles. But what do I know? I'm just an outsider. My fingers fussed with the trim of my cloak. Ordinarily, I'd be annoyed, but now my chest feels tight. You could sold me if you were less honest. You're a shit salesman. Though I was a liar. I changed my mind. 7 out of 10 story didn't really pay attention since I walked home through the snow. Then voice could fall asleep to that every day. Thank you. We lapse into silence again. This time is surprisingly nice. The quiet, chilled air is a balm on my nerves. You know, you didn't seem like an outsider back at the bar. People like you. I'm guessing they're the reason you ditched me earlier. Wasn't personal. I was lonely. The answer is so simple it disarms me. Hard to blame him for that. Then you owe me. Call it the price of forgiveness. Ace raises a brow at me. If I'm going to last in this city, I need to know who I'm dealing with. I start by asking about. I heard things about him and Vere already, so I'm just gonna ask about Linder. You and Linder clearly get along well. You like Linder? Doesn't everyone? He's helped me a lot since I arrived in Iridia. He even got me a free room at the Wet Wake. His charm has gotten him far, but for a leader, he sure likes it when others take charge. Part of me desperately wants to ask what he means, but Ace continues before I get the chance. Surprised we get along? I thought you'd be at each other's throats, not drinking buddies. His smile is easy, but there's a dangerous edge to it. Linder's done a good job for a human. Naturally, there'll come a time when his resolve will be tested. Same could be said for anyone, in this plane or the next. As for my resolve, stick around Meridia long enough and you'll find out. I nod slowly. I can't decide if that's a promise or a threat. Okay, welcome home, buddy. Got any more observations, Sparrow? No, because I already know about Vere, and yeah, nobody. Have I cleared my debt yet? You're forgiven for now, but my points stand. You don't strike me as an outsider. In my experience, outsiders don't have friends. I don't. I level him with a tired look. Fine, I'll confess I have one friend. Don't say yourself. Ocodius. As soon as he says the name, a thick wave of unease runs through me, the same sensation I felt at the sea spring and the outskirts. But as quickly as the sick feeling hits, it dissipates, leaving me eerily numb to the prickling cold. Who's that? A friend. It lives in my head. You feel attacked. It lives in your head. Ace stabs his temple with a finger. Right here. Scared you off yet? That'd be the third bad impression I made on you today. I'm stunned for a long moment, processing what he's just told me. Then I burst into a fit of laughter. You're serious? Ace grins wide enough to flash his fangs. Deadly. It sounds so fucking absurd, especially on top of everything I've gone through in the past 2 days. It feels like I'm living a fever dream. I've come close to death more times than I can count. I've encountered tame, soulless, and a horrifying group mind. Now I'm supposed to believe that there's someone living inside Ace's head. There are tears in my eyes by the time I rein myself in. Ace waits patiently, lips quirked in amusement. Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. You just made it sound so normal. The tension that wound my shoulders so tightly has melted away. For the first time in a long time, I don't feel like I'm bracing to break. I feel like I can breathe. Dukas, where in the rat's ass are you? A shout cracks the spell. Raucous gruff shouts echo down the streets, followed by the thunder of heavy boots sloshing through mud. The voices share the lowlife's accent, the same lowlife who still may be dead, lying bloodily across from us. I nearly forgot about him. I jump to my feet as their voices get louder. They're closing in quick. Ace pulls me by the wrist out of the alley, away from the beaming moonlight. We dive into a nook between buildings, veiled in the shade of tattered canopies. It's a tight fit. Ace boxes me in against the wall, close enough that the air between us vanishes. For the second time today, the heady scent of smoke envelops me, now cut with a metallic tinge of someone else's blood. Ace pitches his voice low. Quiet. My heart leaps into my throat. I'm suddenly acutely aware of the heating radiating of Ace, the feeling of his leg grazing my thigh, the closeness of his breath. This is bad. I squirm against him and earn a burning crimson glare. Do we really have to? His hand covers my mouth, muffling my whispers. He shakes his head. Don't. Damn, he's over here. Dukas, wake up, you bastard! A group of individuals, all brandishing Spike's weapons, fill the alley. They wear violet sashes, some kind of uniform. I wish I could see what they're doing, but Ace's arm blocks my sight. My eyes trail up the teal markings that coil around his arm, his bicep. They lead up to his collarbone, past the cords hanging around his neck. Into the smuggest smirk I've ever seen. I'm gonna glare at him. I only love nothing more than to chew him out, but his hand is clamped over my mouth. I fix him with the deadliest glare I can muster. Ace responds with a wolfish grin, and I realize I've locked myself into eye contact with him. A thrill jolts through me, my face hot beneath his touch. This can't be happening. Why am I getting so worked up in this situation? The voices in the alley grab Ace's attention this time. Shit, he's got more broken ribs than whole ones. What kind of freak did this? Fan out. Find the one responsible. You three, take Dukas back to base. At least he's still breathing. The alley clears out as footsteps rush away from us. We stay still until they're distant, melting into the rumble of the quarter. Only then does Ace take his hand off my mouth. When we finally step back into the moonlight, the night air is ice on my thick skin. Dazed, I feel the need to keep my eyes off Ace at all costs. Was that really necessary? Staying hidden was the best option. It'd be a hassle to run into them with you there. What, because I'm a deadweight? Because 3 bad impressions are enough for one day. The answer is too vague for my liking, but he's probably right. Either way, I don't have the energy to argue. Come on, Sparrow, let's get you home before you're framed for murder. It was your fault! Don't drag me into this, man! Very funny. We reached the front of the Wedwick too quickly, I have to admit it, but I don't want to separate from Ace yet, and not just because he never answers my questions. He's infuriating. As much as he makes me feel on edge, he can also make me feel safe, secure somehow. You know where to find me. At the creepiest place in the world. Take your time before you decide to drink. I happen to like your shitty attitude. He likes my shitty attitude. You're not the first. There's more people who do. Takes me a moment to process that. Then my eyes flutter down to my feet. I'll keep that in mind. When I glance back up from the ground, Ace is already down the street, disappearing into the throng of people. No fanfare, not even a wave. Asshole. Yeah, he's an asshole. That was it with Ace? I was hoping something more. Okay, fine. Okay, well, that was with Ace. Again, I was expecting something more, but because who was here yesterday knows what happened with Lindir, so I was hoping something like that, but again, it's enemies to lovers, kind of a slow burn kind of situation, so I see what's happening here. I see. Well, that was with Ace, so it's only Vere left. Let's see what's happening with Vere then, because this is kind of the last one that I'm interested in. Okay, let's go after Vere. Of all the people I've met, only one left me with more questions than answers. I thought that was Ace. Oh well. Vere knows more than he's letting on, I'm certain of it. Still, lingering doubt looms heavy over my decision. Can I really trust someone who lies so readily? Returning to the bar is slow work with the heavy crowd vying for drinks. When I find Vere, he's leaning against the counter, elbows propped on the edge, and a wine glass raised to his lips. Oh my god, he changed the champagne for wine. That's it, brothers wasted. I catch myself staring and judging by the looks I see thrown his way. I'm not the only one. Yet there's a clear ring around Vere no one else seems bold enough to cross. I didn't think you planned on sticking around. 1 ear per— Ah, the ears! 1 ear perks up at the sound of my approach. A free drink's a free drink. Even if it tastes like stale or rat piss. Ah, yeah, the sassy bitch. Didn't you say you wouldn't be caught dead slumming in this shithole? Bear takes a delicate sip from his glass, but his tail trashes below the bar. It caught me red-handed. Yeah, free drinks. He peers at me over the rim of his glass. In the low light, his eyes glitter jewel bright with amusement. However will you punish me? I have a few ideas, but let's keep those for something else. I figured my company's punishment enough for you. Vere's lips twitch and he smiles despite himself. I saw your little run-in with that gibbering imbecile. Quite a show. A muscle in my jaw flexes. Did you enjoy watching? I much prefer to be an active participant, but Ace interviewed before I could. So he wanted to beat this motherfucker, but Ace was faster than him. I see, I see. I can't tell if he's disappointed because he didn't get to save me or simply because he missed out on a fight. Next time I get jumped, I'll make sure it happens near you. Vere laughs softly under his breath. He rests his glass on the counter with a sharp clink. I did warn you, didn't I? He moves closer and I tense, my heart leaping in anticipation. But he only runs his hand up and my arm to dust off debris, no doubt picked up from the floor, which with a touch far gentler than I expected. Oh. Oh. What is it, Arby? What's with the About finding trouble. He murmurs under his breath while his fingers rub small circles onto my shoulder. Okay, that's not... He's not picking off dust anymore at this point. No, 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 no. I whisper for fear of what my voice might do if I speak up. I can take care of myself. Oh, look at his face! Oh. I can guess. Okay, I'll try. Oh, look at the face. Oh. It comes out sharper than I intended. There lets me go with a sigh. So did you come here for praise or will a head pat suffice? Ah. I mean, I would never say no to head pats. No. What about real explanations instead of vague ramblings about moths and fire? Oh, he's pouty. Very scoffs. You could buy me a drink before insulting me. After the way you pounce on me, if anyone's owned a drink, it's me. Bear falls so uncharacteristically quiet that for a moment I fear I've actually crossed the line. Oh no. Then he props his chin on his wrist. I don't think you understand how things work around here. Information is a luxury, one you flunk carelessly aside. If you valued my words, you'd have taken me seriously. Valued? I barely understood what you meant. I gave you free advice, warned you for the danger you were in, and still you went practicing off to the sea spring. Small wonder the solace didn't tear you to ribbons. My first impulse is to argue, but what he said doesn't sit well with me. How does he know what happened to me? Wait, yeah, that's true. I never said that. Huh. How'd you know where I went? How do you know I left Iridia? I have a very sensitive nose, remember? Right, how could I forget? Do you normally greet people by shoving your nose into their laps like an overraged dog? For a heartbeat, Vere's eyes grow wide and flat. Then he laughs under his breath. Only the ones I like. Hmm. Ware trades his empty wine glass for the long abandoned tumbler sweating on the counter beside him. Soft lumps of ice bob in the watery dregs of whiskey. The truth is, I despise most people. His eyes flicker over my shoulder and tin when Linder's boisterous laughter erupts from the other side of the bar. What about me? He looks me over with an agonizingly slow gaze. Finally, his lips quirk. You piqued my curiosity. Ah! First you had my curiosity, now you have my full attention. It's a start, or so I think, until his eyes slide away and he turns back towards the bar. I've got no idea how I'm supposed to hold a conversation, much less get answers. I knew Vera wouldn't make this easy for me, not when he clearly enjoys playing games. I mean, he does like his games. Are you going to tell me anything, or are you having too much fun? He lets out a short breath. This is a game to me. A lie. He lies swiftly. I'm close enough to catch the subtle bristling of his tail. If anyone's fooling around, it's you. People like us can help but attract danger, yet you seek it out, and for what? Cheap thrills? I wasn't trying to get eaten by soulless. There's something I'm looking for. And you think men can help you, Linder? Are you really willing to risk your life with those idiots? What life? You've got no idea what I've gone through. Or forget it. I start to rise, but something flicks against my ankle. Vere's tail. It's little more than a brush, but enough to give me pause. His eyes, softer than before, search mine. They couldn't even begin to understand you, but I could. How do I know I can trust you? You don't, but I'm slightly less inclined to waste your time with empty flattery or insults than those two. Hmm. I mean, I can't even say that he was sincere because he wasn't. He's like a fucking lying machine. He's been lying this whole time, so I can't even say that he was sincere with me, but I guess he has a point. Is what you desire really worth risking your life for? If you knew the kind of life I've lived, you wouldn't be asking. Ver considers the condensation on his glass for a long moment before speaking again. Will you trust me? Will we trust him? Will I trust him? I'll say for now. Good enough for me. Okay. Ver raises the tumbler to me, then knocks the dregs back. Once finished, he wipes his mouth on the back of his hand. Let's talk. Outside. We could both use the fresh air. With that, he slips away from the bar, leaving me to follow his long, trailing tail through the crowd. Okay, let's go outside again. It's so cold the breeze cuts clean through my bandages, numbing my fingertips. But if the chill bothers Vere, he doesn't show it. He loops purposefully down the street into an alley, this far from the wick. The bar racket is little more than an indistinct hum. The street is silent in the dead of night. A vague sense of unease falls over me. You had questions. Ask. Vere's breath mists. In the cold moonlight, his shadow stretches unnaturally long over the cobblestone street. Quickly, I've got a show to attend. heavenly lutist is as I'm sure I've mentioned. Yeah, he did. He looks down his nose at me, effortlessly imperious. For a heartbeat, I'm reminded of the stark want that gleamed in his eyes when he touched me. If he weren't so pretty, I'd walk away. I did not think that, but I need answers. And I can't think of a better way than starting with the people I met earlier. If Vere doesn't prove trustworthy, maybe one of them will. First, I ask about. Uh, I mean, to be honest, I already asked Linder about him, and yeah. I mean, I can ask him about Linder as well. What do you think about Linder? I don't. An unusually curt answer for Vere. I don't buy it. So you're not very fond of him. I wouldn't spit on Linder if he were on fire. Oh, damn! Damn. Vere shudders. Oh no, he'd enjoy that far too much. To call Linder trash would be an insult to manure. Why is he so... He's a pathetic, slimy little man-child in big, shiny shoes. I've seen mutts rotting in gutters with more dignity. Damn, I don't even know how to respond to that. Yeah. You know what? Well, I was like, saying this. I was thinking, he didn't like the doctor earlier when he smelled us. He smelled the doctor on me. So, he didn't like that at all. It's okay, Andy. Have a nice sleep. Good night, and good luck to work tomorrow. But yeah, thinking about it, he didn't like the doctor very fucking much. So I can ask him about curse. Let's see. I want to ask about. I regret speaking as soon as I start. Oh my god. Bears mentioned Chorus before Tobe, not by name. His previous reaction was nasty, but I can back down now. Not with very eyeing me suspiciously. About the doctor, Chorus. I tense, ready for a blowback, sorry, but Ver only shrugs. A bit of a bore if you ask me, but he's popular enough. On account of his massive heart, huh? Heart! I hope you mean heart! He winks as though the stress he placed on heart wasn't already suggestive. I hope you mean heart. There's always a line wrapped around the block for his services. People can't seem to get enough of his special medicine. What's his special medicine? Probably because he doesn't charge anything. Bear's tail gives an impatient twitch. Or they're eager for little mouth-to-mouth with their pelvic examinations, if you get what I mean. Oh my god, bro, no! Jesus! Oh my god, no. He's so nasty. Oh. When I grimace, Very grins wolfishly at me. Why are you grinning wolfishly? You're a fox. There's really no point in asking him anything else about Chorus. Okay, never mind. I'm done asking about the people I've met. And good thing too. The longer I talk, the further Ver's attention strays. He keeps casting furtive glances down the street, his ears flicking at distant sounds, in what I can only interpret to be growing impatience. Am I boring you? Hardly. I was hoping we might discuss someone more interesting. You want to talk about yourself? No, I'm not interested in learning about you. Oh, she's more interested in learning about me. Okay, that catches me off guard. What about me? Nothing worth having comes easy or cheap in this world. You're clearly set on this thing you've spoken of, your very reason for being. Yet, have you considered that what might happen should your struggles prove futile, if what you deserve is beyond your grasp? Well, I'll never stop looking, so I'll find what I'm looking for no matter what it takes. I won't give up. I can't. Even if you lose everything. Haven't you noticed? I already haven't much. Haven't got much left to lose. To cling to tenaciously to a slim hope, how fascinating. Now, where were we? Oh yes, you had 2 questions left. 2? But you haven't explained anything. And I suggest you make your last question count. So much for him being helpful, but I suppose that's just how information works in this exhausting city. Linder told me that the Cenobium imprisons people. Did he mean you? Linder's a moaning fool with a throbbing victim complex. What the fuck? He loves to see himself as a savior, but the only difference between his cronies and the Cenobium Stugers are the uniforms. I'm at a loss for words. What the fuck? I don't know what surprises me more, the blandness with which he speaks or the venom lacing his ordinarily silken voice. It's weird because, like, he looked like he hated the doctor more, but he's talking about Linder with less, with more disrespect than he talks about the doctor, so it's a bit weird now. You're asking who when you should be asking why, says the asshole counting my questions. The look he throws me is infuriatingly self-satisfied. Fine. Why were you in prison? For the same reason the Cenobian would snatch you away. I'm something special. Vere bows his head, gathering his hair in his hand and lifting it from his shoulders to bare his neck to me. City scholar? He cranes his neck, invited me to lean closer. It looks unremarkable, doesn't it? I'd assumed that Vere's color was a personal touch. On closer glance, the thick, supple leather is molded to fit his neck snugly, but the large silver buckle seems easy enough to pry open. Let's touch it. Touch. I reach forward to touch the buckle. Vere's hand lashes out. Long, slender fingers wrap around my wrist and flex, exerting just enough pressure to hint at how easily he could snap my bones. Don't you know better than to touch without asking? It was my only option, bro. The fuck you want? Huh. You didn't ask me first. So why should I? Our eyes meet and he grins. Because I said so. That's not very fair. Quick fuck fairness. Life's not fair. True words. True words right there. Let's frame those words. It's so true. It's so true it hurts. Jesus Christ. His voice lowers to a pleased rumble. Patience, cinnamon roll. I'll tell you when, how you can touch me. Oh, okay. When and how? Behave or I'll make you bleed. Don't threaten me with a good time. He says it with a smile so sweet it hurts. Is that a threat or a promise? Oh my god, look at I mean, as I said, don't threaten me with a good time. Vere doesn't answer me, but he lets go of my arm. I smooth down my bandages. I can lose my composure again. By now I'd fully expected Vere to walk away, but the fact that he's still here suggests he either forgot about his warning, or he was never counting my questions to begin with. Are you saying that's what happened if the Cenobium finds out I'm different? I'll be colored? Doubtful. They keep me around because I'm the best at what I do. And what exactly are you the best at? Killing. Oh, so swift and so simple. He says it carelessly, without hesitation. As long as I wear this color, I'm made to hunt the Cenobium's dizzying array of enemies, monsters, soulless, noisy dissidents who grow overbold. I'm bound by their will until the day I die. That's awful. Vere murmurs in agreement. It is, isn't it? And that's all I have time for. I really must leave now. I'll be late. Of course you do. Of course you like him even more. Of course you do. Of course. That's it? Why'd you bring me here if you weren't going to explain anything? He has the nerve to laugh. Isn't that obvious? I wanted to lure you out here alone so I could eat you. Bro. I, You're lying again. And you're asking far too many questions for someone with so much to hide. He glances pointedly at my hands and I shove them deep into my cloak. What makes you think I'm hiding anything? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the tough act or the way you tense up at the slightest provocation. More likely it's the bandages, not exactly subtle. I'll be going, unless you're willing to share some morsels with me. There's a biting edge to his playful tone. I can tell you anything. Wrong. You can start with what you are. I take a step backwards, but my back hits a wall as Vere follows me in lockstep. He rests his left hand on the wall beside my head, caging me in. God damn it! He's close. Vere reaches for me. His fingers curl under my chin and lift, forcing me to meet his slitted gaze. Oh, I don't like that look. I don't like that look. It's dangerous. Would you believe if I said that the eyes are the windows to the soul? My eyelids twitch. Cliché, I know, but let me tell you a little secret. Shut up! Because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Vere leans in until his lashes tickle my cheek and the warm, faintly spiced scent of his hair drowns... Oh, faintly spiced scent of his hair? Oh. Drowns out the stench of greasy cooking fires and chimney smoke. His eyes pin me down. There's nothing you can hide from me. Oh my god. And yes, his eyes did the thing again. Oh my god. His voice is so low, so subtle, I could slip into it. You poor thing, led astray by those who trusted most. You caused so much suffering unknowingly. Okay, first and foremost, don't call me you poor thing. How dare you talk with me like that? I know that pain. I can help you forget it all. Oh, you can? You can help me... Wait, how? My heart hammers, my lungs burn as though each breath is being stolen away. How could he possibly know? This must be some kind of trick, but for once, Vere isn't smiling. Oh, his eyes are doing the thing again. All that suffering has made your soul so irresistible. The look on his face makes my blood run cold. I've seen it before. Traveling through the wastes, lanterns will occasionally reveal carcasses picked clean by starving scavengers, whose eyes shone in the dark with that same ravenous hunger. Whew! Vere takes a shuddering breath. You're trembling. What if you and I went somewhere quieter, alone? Oh my god, bro! Oh my god, in a way I'm glad I left this for last. Jesus! Oh my god, I have a... Oh. I have a red one, okay. Did I have a red one with Ace? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Huh. Okay, fuck it, we're going with the red one. Reach out to him. Darkness laps at the edges of my vision, drowning all my pain and fear and leaving me adrift. A single thought claws free, I can't give up. As Vere bends over me, my hands seem to move on its own, weakly crawling up his chest. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? It will all be over soon. Oh my god, will it? Even through the gauze, his skin feels white hot, an anchor from my rapidly dissolving mind. My fingers close around the chain dangling from his collar and I yank. Little more than a gentle tug, but Vere's breath hitches. Oh, he liked that! I twist my hand, pulling the chain tighter and tighter until the collar dimples his throat and his eyes darken with a baser hunger. Oh, he likes that! A lot! Let me go. Oh, he blushed! I told you he likes that. I told you he likes that. He likes it. Oh my god. Vere's mouth snaps shut with a sharp click of teeth. He shakes his head as though to compose himself, then gently loosens the knot of my fingers from his chain. When he finally speaks, his voice is soft and breathy. Shame. He eases back, and for what feels like the first time since he cornered me, I breathe, but my relief is short-lived. Nimble fingers trail down my jaw before tilting my chin up. His touch is feather-light and teasing, but my pulse still leaps. Oh my... Vere's lips twitch into a smile, his white-ringed pupils teeming with amusement. You're fun, Cinnamon Roll, even if you frequently forget your place. Did I forget my place? But if you ever call me a dog again, I'll break you. Understood? Oh my... Yes, sir! Oh my god! Damn! When I narrow my eyes at him, he laughs under his breath. As soon as Vere releases me, I sink against the alley wall to catch my breath. He looks down on me. Let's get one thing straight. I ate a monster 3 times your size for breakfast. 2, actually. Damn. The first tasted dreadful, like a fisherman's antique ashtray. But that's besides the point. You and I may be alike, but don't ever forget what I am, or what I do best. He smiles wide enough to flash his sharp white fangs, as much a warning as a smirk. The crash of shattering glass cuts through the air. I whip around to see a drunk stumble past the alley, leaving a trail of beer and broken glass in his wake. I glance back at Vere. But he's gone, vanished into the dark. I'm left in the deserted alley, trembling with a delirious mixture of exhaustion and excitement. Fuck. Only once my racing heartbeat slows do I make my way back towards the wake, guided by the distant sounds of reverie. Well, that was interesting. Also, the CG gallery. We have this dude, which is fucking creepy. We have the doctor. We have Linder. Look at him, he's so cute. Oh my god. Booba. Yeah. We have Vere in his very slutty outfit. Like, I swear to god, his outfit is so... Oh my god. We have Ais. I really like his rings. Like, really. I do. And his necklace. We have men. And we have all the boys. All the boys. Look at them. All the boys. But yeah. You're kind of puppy. Anyway. But yeah. So, this was the other 2 routes. Well, as I said yesterday, I actually did had a lot of fun. It was a nice game. Whatever, demo. But yeah, it was really, really nice. Now, I was thinking what should I do for next stream, which by the way, it's going to be Monday, but I'm gonna post on my socials about it anyway. But yeah, next stream is gonna be on Monday. I'm not gonna stream the rest of the week because I'm busy. As I said before, I am a full-time content creator now, so I am busy with other stuff, not just streaming. But yeah, I already know what I'm gonna do for next stream. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be interesting. A little bit of a research thingy if you guys would be interested in. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm gonna try more dating sims like this since I can stream them no problem, or other games in this way. But for now, this was the stream for today. I wanted it to be a bit more like shorter, uh, because uh, it's late here as well. But yeah, anyway, I hope you had fun as well, as much as I did. And I'll see you next time. But for now, bye bye.